So today's video sponsor is Dior, and I'm very happy to... Yeah, okay. All right. To say that I'm late to jumping on the Sauvage train is a gross understatement. However, I always had this bottle lying around and I was like, one day I'm going to make a review, one day I'm going to do this fragrance justice, and hopefully that day has come today. A little backstory. This is when I first got into fragrances over 2 years ago. This is the first nice, real, designer fragrance that I splurged on, and took the time, researched it. I really thought, okay, I want something nice. I want a classy, timeless fragrance that I'd be happy to put on. And at the time, this was very, very hyped. This was, the fragrance to buy if you were anyone in the community. You were talking about Dior Sauvage, Eau de Toilette, Eau de Parfum. And when I finally got it, I was like, this is it. This is the top of the line in terms of, classy, easy to pull off, timeless designer fragrances. The blue fragrance that everyone loves, everyone can wear, everyone can pull off. Good for all seasons, all locations, and that's it. So since then, I haven't actually worn it that much. I didn't make much of a dent in it, if you can see it, because it's kind of hard to see through the blue bottle. But I wear it here and there, maybe once a week sometimes. I go a few weeks without wearing it, just because I have so many other fragrances that I like to try, and I know what this is all about. I know what this is good for, and obviously when I'm trying something new, I want to give that one a few tries, a few tests, and I know this is tried and true. Everyone's talked about it. Everyone knows what this smells like. There's nothing new here. Just go over the presentation though. I'm always amazed at the presentation of this bottle. I've seen a lot of bottles. I've used a lot of different bottles from different brands, from cheap to niche, and I still say this is the best presentation I've ever had the pleasure of using on a fragrance bottle, bar none. Magnetic cap. I've spent about this much on a bottle, and the cap would fall off if I would do this. This has a magnetic cap. So when you talk about setting the bar high, this is setting the bar high in terms of a presentation. The atomizer, best in class. It's a pressurized atomizer that allows you to use however much you want. Look at that, you can't beat that. Otherwise, the lettering, the design, it's just clean, classy, badass. This looks great on your counter shelf. It looks great on a desk. It's Sauvage, it's Eau de Parfum, and it's Dior, which means you get all those bragging rights. Look at that cap, the CD, even the bottom of the bottle here, CD. It's just branding done to perfection, in my opinion. Otherwise, the fragrance, you all know it, you all love it. Maybe you hate it because it's so popular. Although this is not something that I've smelled that much around. Last time I smelled this actually on somebody else was at the gym. So this is a great gym scent, but obviously it's your daytime king, your office king, your date king, clubbing king. This is, again, it does it all. It does it all. Summer, spring, fall, winter. You can't go wrong with this. It's a dumb reach. It's a blind buy. It's just something that if you want, save up a bit for it, and every time you wear this, you're gonna smell great, and it's gonna work on you, no matter what, who you are, no matter your age. You can pull this off. Maybe the Eau de Toilette smells a little young. If you're 40s and up, you might want to go for the Eau de Parfum, the Parfum, or obviously the new Elixir. But otherwise, this is very, very unique. There's not much of an age range to this. The guy in high school, if you got the budget for this, go ahead. And the professional in the office, obviously you can wear this too. It's going to work wonders for you. So, the notes, it's just a bergamot top with, you got some lavender and some pepper in the mids, and then the ambroxan, and it even lists vanilla in the base, but it's not something I really get, vanilla. This is a blue, shower, spicy, fresh It's an interesting scent because of that mid, right? The pepper and the lavender. The Eau de Toilette does not have the pepper, so that's why I really recommend the Eau de Parfum. For me, it's about 9-10 hours longevity with 2 to 3 foot production. So great performance, great longevity, great projection. You're going to be noticed, but you're not going to be choking on people if you keep your sprays to about 3 to 4 max. Again, keep in mind, it does have pepper, so it can be a bit spicy. But right off the top, right, it's fresh, but a little spicy. You get that bergamot and that lavender right off the top. It's really nice, really, really pleasant. This is a great lavender. This is not at all a feminine leaning floral fragrance. This is just a clean, spicy, fresh, and slightly floral scent. Like I said, this really shines, really shines in the office, for work, throughout the day. There are many other options that I would go for a sexy clubbing fragrance or for a date fragrance. This, you can wear it throughout a date, of course. Actually, one of the very few compliments I got on a date on a fragrance was with this one. So keep that in mind. But this is not something I would say is a sexy bad boy, you know, coffee, leather, tobacco, vanilla, marijuana notes. Like, there's so many other options you can go for if you want a sexy date fragrance. This is just clean, timeless, classy, out of the shower. You smell great, you smell fresh. Compliment getter, no one's gonna hate you for this. No one should. But you don't smell super original. So there's that, right? Is it worth the money? I think it is, because we all need some dumb reach fragrances. You know, you don't know what you're wearing that day, or you want something clean, classy, simple. You go for your Dior Sauvage. You don't need to think twice about it. Between Eau de Toilette, Eau de Parfum, you're not gonna smell that much of a difference. So you pick the one that you want, you can get, and you can't go wrong with either of them. To be honest, I just find the Parfum is pretty expensive for a fragrance that smells like the Eau de Parfum but doesn't have the projection of the Eau de Parfum. And also, like I said, so it's this close to the skin, but it's not necessarily a sexy or date night fragrance that I would personally wear. So that's why I don't really recommend the Parfum. It's expensive, and for what you get, I think the Eau de Parfum does it better. And the Eau de Toilette doesn't have that pepper, so it's not as interesting, and it smells quite youthful. So I think Eau de Parfum and Elixir are probably your two best bets for the house. I want to pick up the Elixir. Eventually I will. But so far I have the EDP and I love it. I call it's the everyday perfume. That's what it is. Whether you're 16 or 60, you can pull it off and you're gonna smell great doing it. And it's just, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with your Sauvage. Bottles are phenomenal. The presentation is exceptional. And the perfume, of course, what's inside, what matters. It's just great at what it does. It's not something that's extraordinary. It's not something that's gonna revolutionize the way you look or you think about fragrances. This is something that you know you're gonna go to the store, you're gonna smell it, and you're like, yeah, it smells great. It smells good. That's about it. It's not very original. It's just great at what it does. I want to hear what you have to say about it. So please sound off in the comments down below. I'll catch you all on the next one. Cheers.